Hey guys, good morning. Good morning to a wonderful Saturday morning. Thank you so much, guys, for joining on time. This is 11 a.m. and we're gonna start the free webinar, the free discussions on to a very important topic, which is an hot topic for all the beginners, right? Intraday trading, which looks to be very lucrative for everyone. So we're gonna discuss about that. So thank you so much, Swarangi, for joining in. Thanks, Harshil. Thanks, Manikantan. Thanks, Arti, Bharat, Satish, everyone. Thank you so much, guys. People are still joining in. We will wait for a couple of more minutes, and we will exactly start at 11:05. Thank you. Thanks for joining, guys. Yep. Hey, hi, Suresh Krishnan. Hi, Om. Hi, Satish. Hi, Saurabh. Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for joining. Very good morning to everyone. We will be starting in 2 minutes. Hey, thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Sanjay. Hi, Tirthesh. Good morning. Hi, Ankita. Hi, Avinash. Hi, Ritik. Thanks for joining. We will start in a minute or so now. It's already 11:04. I hope you guys are able to see the screen and the topic name. Request all participants to check if the screens are visible, audios are clear. You can put your comments into the Q&A chat box so that the Urjaval team will coordinate with you to identify if there are any issues. Yes, I believe the house is full at the moment and we are good to start. Thank you so much, guys, for joining on time. That's really appreciable from you, and that shows you have a learning hunger. You really want to learn something out of it, right? So I hope the webinar will be a very fantastic turning point for you to at least to change your attitude, at least change your thought process looking at towards the market. We can go on to that. So before I start with the webinar, I have a few rules that you will have to follow. Okay. So the rule is until the webinar content is delivered, all my participants, all my followers, all students will be on mute, and you will be unmuted once the question and answer session starts. So question and answer session will be conducted for last 30 to 45 minutes. That will be more interactive session. Okay. So this is just an 1.5 hour times of session, right? So we have to focus on to the interactive portion of it as well. Okay. You can post your queries to question and answer chat box. You can ask questions directly to me after request being made. to unmute yourself. Okay, or else you can also use our support line Urja Wealth Team, which where we free of cost provide support on to your queries, and we try understanding your concerns, and we try to create an awareness amongst you with respect to the market and overall updates which have been going on. I would request everyone, please do not ask me any stock specific question now. Time is very limited. Let us try to leverage the time as much as possible to the extent to the everyone's benefit. We have more than 200 300 folks joining in at the moment, so we need to understand their time availability as well. So please restrict yourself asking the very stock specific questions. You can ask stock specific questions onto our support lines Urja Wealth at Urja Wealth Team, or you can WhatsApp me on 8766 532 688. Okay. So having said that, let us start for the today's proceeding. Now, what is Urja Wealth? The name itself suggests it's an energy. It brings an energy amongst all the participants, all the students, all the mentees who are the part of Urja Wealth family. All my team members who are very, very enthusiastic, working day and night, in order to create awareness amongst the people and create the hunger for learning into the market. Why we started this, I myself 10 years back had a very hard time to understand the market, and I lost more than probably 9 to 10 lakh rupees in couple of years of time 10 years back. One thing I understood is that you will have to be independent. You cannot depend on anyone for any kind of recommendations, any kind of tips, any kind of suggestions, right? You are the best custodian of your capital. That's the first thing you will have to change. I believe all the people who have joined here, 70 to 75% of the participants are freshers, and they do not have any idea how market works. So the one important $1 million suggestion for you guys, please do not rely on to anyone else, even not the TV channels, not even the newspapers. The entire system into the market is manipulated because of a few gains of some people. So you need to be an independent traders, and that's the motto of Urja Wealth. We try creating the independent traders and investors by hand holding them. No one does that. Hand holding is something which my team will be readily available to you for your each and every query, and you learn it. We do not provide any tips and recommendations, any paid services. 1000 rupees le lo, 2000 rupees le lo, or weekly or monthly, 5 10 kamao. No, that's not the business. The business is giving you a knowledge, making you an independent trader, and you are a part of my dreamed ecosystem of Urja Wealth. So we mentor the students one-on-one throughout the training period, the execution of the entire knowledge in live market. There are a lot of training institutes into globe. Important is the one who can train you into the live markets is something which is very, very important for you, right? Interactive sessions. I ask all my students every time, please ask me the questions as much as you can, because this is your learning curve, this is your learning phase where you are going to gain a knowledge. Do not be satisfied with a very small theoretical knowledge which is being given to you. Practice it. Practice. Make your eyes so captive that your charts are being visible in fraction of seconds, and you can take the decision fraction of seconds, right? That's overall the mentorship program which we have into Urja Wealth. What we do with our offerings, with our channels, as you guys know, we have a public channel, more than 45,000 followers which we have, and people are religiously following it. They are day and in and day and night they are sending emails, messages to us that how they can be improved, what can be given to them so that they are capable of earning from the market. So we have the stock updates, knowledge enhancing post, trading nuggets, which we have started recently, the trading ideas, live market updates, and so on and so forth, which we try forwarding to the people free of cost. Even we have the premium channels. We do not charge for those premium channels as well. Those are internal to the students who are being trained with the methodology and the psychology and the behavior and the attitude of Urja Wealth. That's the difference between this Urja option, Urja cash future, Urja investment, Urja intraday, and Urja Wealth public channel. Okay, so you get a lot of refined, fine-tuned informations, suggestions, knowledge with these premium channels. But for that, you have to be a part of Urja Wealth family as a mentee. If you're only looking for the trading tips and recommendations, so then I think this is not the right platform for you. You will have to find some other cheaper, people who are sending you the tips and recommendations on 1000 rupees, 2000 rupees, monthly, weekly basis kind of suggestions, right? Okay, let's start with today's agenda. What we're gonna do is, first thing, I will try to fine tune. I will try my level best into this webinar itself, that what mistakes you do as a beginner. You might correlate these mistakes. You ask one simple question to yourself, do the retrospective analysis, ask introspectively to yourself, do you have the basic knowledge, or you have just someone told you that market में बहुत पैसा बनता है, चलो वहां पे चलते हैं. You directly jump into the market without understanding what is that. So you are kind of a headless chicken in the market. Anyone can cut your head. Very simple. Cut your head in the sense your capital will be blown up. There are very, very smart people in the market who are sitting there just to eat your premiums, just to blow up your capital, your account. You have to be a very, very secured, you can say, the custodian of your own capital. So for that, you need the weapons of knowledge. You might be following some tips and recommendations. I mean, I'm into this industry since last 10 years. I have seen thousands of groups, thousands of WhatsApp groups, Telegram groups, and so on and so. People are charging 1000 rupees and they're saying that 5%, 10% return a day, which Mr. Warren Buffett haven't also achieved, and they are giving you in 1000 rupees. I mean, sometimes we'll really laugh at us, right? Trusting the wrong people and you blow up your capital. So keep in mind, change your attitude that you need to be the custodian of your own capital. You need to learn how to maintain the capital. First thing. I mean, Warren Buffett has said the first rule is do not lose your capital. And second rule is do not forget rule number 1. Right? You might have heard it, you might have read it, right? So these things are very, very informative to you. You need to understand. And what as a beginner you do is you directly jump into intraday trading, which is the biggest mistake I believe people do. Intraday trading, and you being in consistent green part of it every day, is really a Herculean task, which only 5% of the entire trading fraternity is able to achieve. क्या करना है आपको? आपको start with the positional in the sense आज आपने buy किया है, एक दो दिन बाद, एक दो हफ्ते बाद, look at the performance, look at the technical analysis, and then sell it and earn a few bucks out of it. But what people do is they want to go rich overnight, and that is the biggest mistake, and that's how you blow out your capital in intraday. So the first suggestion from my side is, though I am giving you the intraday setups, though I'm giving you the intraday risk management part of it. So this is the risk management which I'm telling you now, right? How you need to manage the risk. Setting the unrealistic expectations. If you're expecting in the market you're gonna get more than 5% return every day, that is 60% return, or sorry, 100% return in a month, which is 120% returns, sorry, 1200% returns in a year, which is very very extraordinary effort, which probably can be only a jackpot, cannot be the consistent. So set up your realistic expectations. 1% of your capital in intraday is very very good. Stick to that. Do that particular consistent practice at least for 21 days, and you will really see a miraculous result. You need to be disciplined. One day you decide 1%, one day you decide 10%, one day you have an attitude of, no, I will go from the market in green only. Even if I have 10,000 rupees loss, I will keep on doing the trading by the end of 3:30, and I will make sure that I will go on to green. That's your ego. That's your attitude. You will have to keep that aside. Market is supreme. Sometimes you also, go on to the stock trading, intraday trading with the margins. Brokerage houses give you a lot of margins. I would suggest not to leverage those margins at all. Whatever you do it on your own capital. That's your limit. Sometimes people take out the credit cards, they convert it into the money, and then they put it into capital market, and then they try to earn the money out of it. Guess, do you know credit card has approximately more than 36% interest that you will have to pay on year? So effectively you will have to be consistent at least 50% return year on year. That is not possible. Even I am not able to achieve 50% year on year. Sometimes people take a loan. Do not take loan from your relatives, your family members. Any money which is been free, which you do not use it at least for next 6 months or a year, even if it has been blown up, you will not feel bad. That's the money you should be putting into the market. Another thing which I have seen is penny stocks. Many people ask me only about a penny stock. No one asks me how HDFC will perform. No one will ask me how Infosys will have the way forward. No one will ask how Bajaj Finance will do. People will ask me how Arcom will do. People will ask me how Yes Bank will do. People will ask me how Sachita will do. You got it? So, I mean, there is no fundamental structure for this kind of stocks. These stocks will blow up your capital. Keep in mind. You always think from the percentage point of view. Whenever you earn, you see how much percentage you earned. Do not go for how much money you earned. That might be 100 rupees. Out of 500 rupees is your capital, you earned 100 rupees, which is 20% return, which is very good. But 100 rupees can be very, very small amount, right? But then in front of your 500 rupees as a capital, that is 20% return, right? So always think from the percentage return and never ever think from the rupees how much you're getting. Another thing which I have seen into the people is stop loss. They do not use the stop loss. Even in fact, they do not like putting the stop loss. They do not like booking their trades in loss. You enter as an intraday, but you end up as an investor into that particular stock. You guys can echo with me. You can put yes or no if you have seen such kind of behaviors in yourself, you being a new. Even the experienced traders sometimes do that. Okay, so you have to have a proper risk management. I'm gonna talk about the risk management for next 5 minutes, and then we'll jump on to the practical, intraday setups. That's the important core part of our today's webinar. We will cover it that after 5 to 10 minutes when I speak about the risk management and the psychology. You have to be disciplined. If you are starting with 100 shares on intraday basis, continue doing that at least for 1 to 2 months. What does it means is that whenever you are buying any stocks on intraday, you will always will do intraday with same number of stocks. Let's suppose 100 stocks per trade. Okay, sometimes what happens with the people with the swing mind they have, they have money in their account and they see the lot of money is lying down there. Let me take 500 shares per trade, and you have a one trade going on with 100 shares per trade, another trade going on with 500 shares. You book 10 rupees loss into 500 share, you book 10 rupees profit in 100 share trade. You know what? At the end of the day, you are a loser. Why? 10 rupees loss for your 500 rupees trade is approximately 5,000 rupees. Correct? 10 rupees profit for your 100 shares trade is only 1,000 rupees profit. So ultimately, you are 4,000 rupees in loss. Reason being, you did not discipline, fine tune your trading. If you put both the trades 100 stocks per trade, you will end up having very good. At least you will be at a neutral level, right? You will not be in a profit. You will not be in a loss. When you book one trade with 10-point loss, when you book one trade with 10-point profit, that's the discipline you will have to bring. Psychology matters a lot, guys. It's all about the fear and greed into the market, right? So you have to bring that discipline into yourself. Another thing I would like to inform you about the risk management. The second point is the capital management. If you have 50,000 rupees in your account, you should not indulge more than 50% of it in one trade. What I'm trying to say is that if you have 50,000 rupees in your account, you will only use 25,000 rupees in one intraday trade. That's it. You will keep another 25,000 rupees as your risk management. If something goes wrong, at least you can utilize that part, or at least you will use that money to recover your losses as well. That's the important aspect of it you will have to keep in mind. Discipline in managing your capital is much more important than what kind of trade setups you're using. See, this market is not a rocket science. You do not need to be an IQ of 160. Even an IQ of 30 can beat an IQ of 160. Warren Buffett has said that. What you need is emotional discipline. You need an emotional intelligence, basically. You need to practice that. And that's what is my job as a mentor to my students. I bombard like anything to my students so that they start thinking like me. They start acting like me. They start behaving like me. They start strategizing like me. They create an attitude like me when they go into the market, right? I really don't want they to become me, right? But what I want is that in the initial phase of their learning curve, they need to be standing on their own feet without having my support, without having anyone else paid services or anyone else support, right? So the capital management, your risk management, we talked about the position sizing as well, right? Now coming to the part of execution of the trade. In order to execute the trade, you will have to do the homework. First thing, randomly without doing any hard work, if you're coming into the market and you will say that you will earn a few bucks, boss, this is not going to happen. First thing, embed this thing into your mind. You will have to at least devote minimum 1 hour of time in your day end analysis. Identify the stocks, screen the stock. I'm going to talk about the selection of the stocks as well in next slide itself. Okay, selection of the stocks, screening of the stocks, and watching the stocks in a day live market, and then take the trade as per your setup. You need not to take the trades each and every day. Not doing a trading is also a trading, keep in mind. No compulsory trading at all. If any particular trade is not coming into your own setup, do not trade. Most importantly, keep confidence on yourself. You need to create the confidence on yourself. The confidence will be created only when you have a knowledge, you have the skill sets to cater with the market related activities. When you know the jargons, when you know what are the technicals of it, when you know the fundamentals of it, when you know what is bank nifty, how it trades, what are the global cues, how they are affecting the market, how the government policies are changing the market scenarios, how the RBI policy changed the mood of the sentiments of the people. You have to really understand it, go into the reading between the line, what news are being coming in, what are the news which are being thrown in front of you are not always the frontliners. There is a hidden meaning behind it. You will have to find that hidden meaning. You will have to read between the information which is coming in front of you. 90% of the time the noise is coming in front of you and you get confused with this noise, right? So you need to mold yourself in a such a way that you are able to identify what is right from that entire piece of paper, the piece of article, whatever the postings. I mean, I generally say to my students as well, whatever I suggest you, do not blindly follow. Stick, look at it if it is as per my setup or not. If it's not as per the setup, do not indulge in doing any analysis as well. Do not waste your time. Create your own setup and then start building your own trading style. You need not to be Ankush all the time. You can be yourself. And that's the confidence which we try bringing in my ecosystem. So that's the risk management part of it. Let's move on to the intraday setups now. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the selection of the stocks. So I generally use a couple of screeners, okay, which I don't really rely on to it, but I get a lot of hints out of it. At least I get certain, out of 5,000, 2,000 stocks, at least I get certain 10, 15 stocks which can be kept on radar. That's the most important thing which you will be doing at day end analysis. What is day end analysis? Let's suppose today at 3:30 market closed. What we'll do is, in the evening, whenever you have free time, you will open up your system and you will start analyzing the screeners. The first one is the Stock Edge application, which gives a very good free of cost day end analysis screener. And Charting, which is also one of the very useful application which I use generally during the live market. The difference between Stockage and the Charting, Stockage will only give you the day end data. It will not give you the live day analysis data. Okay, so Charting can give that one. Keep in mind, guys, but do not blindly follow the recommendations or the filters which have been there. You will have to apply your second step. You will have to apply your third step as well. Right? So the second step is the drill down the multiple time frame analysis. Let's suppose you identified certain 5-4 stocks. I gonna show you how we do that. Right? Drill down those stocks into 5-minute, 50-minute, 60-minute time frames and look what is the confluence which has been created. Now, what is this confluence? Confluence is something, multiple things are telling you the same thing. Multiple things, multiple technicals, multiple points are telling you that yes, this is the point where you can enter and buy, or you can enter into the trade. That's the confluence. We have the n number of confluences which we use into our daily analysis in our students group, which we do that. Once that is done, then you start applying the technical analysis. You know what, lot of people say to me, they ask me the question, does this technical analysis really works? My answer to them is 100% yes. Technical analysis works into the market, and I can show you, I can prove that with the examples which I gonna show you now, and you can practice it as well, right? So a lot of revisions I will do right now after this discussions, after this particular chat, and we'll try to understand really the technical analysis works or not. If you have a faith onto the analysis, then only you will put your efforts in learning it. If you do not have a faith on what you're doing, then the things will not be changing for you, right? So that analysis, so this is the stock selection which we generally do, right? After doing a stock selection, then we go up with the setups. So let's go on to the stock selection first. I will show on to the chart stockage application now. So this is an home for you, the stockage web application, right? It's a free of cost. Though I have a paid subscription available for this, but there are little bit of free screeners available as well, okay, for you. So this is your web dot stockage application. You go to your, and you have a different scans available for you, right? One of them is a technical scan. Click onto this, you find exponential moving averages. Now you need to understand what is exponential moving averages, what is simple moving averages. I cannot go into the details of all those things, otherwise the actual agenda will be subsided. Okay, you will have to learn what is exponential moving average, how to use that. That's a part of your technical analysis. Now you have this 50 EMA, 100 EMA, 200 EMA, right? So I generally use 200 EMA for my breakouts. Any stock which is standing near to 200 EMA, this is only one strategy I'm saying. I use a multiple of other moving averages cross section as well. Okay, but this is one of the things which I can share here now. Okay, that's how it goes. So for example, you have a stock identified here as Page Industries, you have Phenolix Cables, you have United Spirit, you have Gulf Oil Lubricants, you have NBCC, and so on. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna check the patterns, the chart patterns which are available with such kind of stocks. So let's try identifying the Page Industries for you. Okay, I will go on to the chart of Page Industries. Now you identified this a day before, right? Page Industries. Now you go on to Page Industries and try to identify what are the parameters which you see here with Page Industries with respect to the chart. So as you can see now, you have this blue line, which is nothing but the 200 EMA. Sorry, blue line is the 50 EMA. Okay, I will change it to 200 as well. It is standing on 50 EMA and which is very close to your 200 EMA as well, right? Now, it has already been given a breakout and then now it has consolidated here. Look at this. This is the consolidation. How I got that this is the consolidation? Because volumes are very low. Now, whenever there is a breakout, volumes are always huge, right? Keep in mind. Now you simply try, know, drawing a trend line and you see this particular stock is standing onto the support as well. Very simple, right? On 1 day time frame, I'm trying to give that. Okay, so you basically already had a breakout. You can see it kind of on symmetrical triangle breakout, which has already been seen into Page Industries, right? Which we already had identified, right? So here is a breakout. Stock went from 19,500 to approximately 21,200, and now it is standing onto your 200 EMA here as well, and that is your support as well. So these are the confluences which are telling you. You also need to understand the candlestick knowledge. You see what kind of candle is this? This is your kind of a doji, or you can say a spinning top as well. Basically, the confusion is there amongst the traders after having and last 4 days of decline. Now the selling pressure has been weakened up here, right? This is how you identify the stock. Page Industries, if goes above to 21,200, it can be a very good candidate for your intraday setups. Make a note of it, guys, and check out on Monday how it behaves. At the moment, it is trading somewhere around 20,100. Okay, if it closes above to 21,000, sorry, 20,200, or it starts trading above to 20,200, it will be a very good candidate for your intraday setup. Make a note of it, and if it behaves, please reach out to our support line and tell us that yes, what you told, it has happened like that. Or even you can reach out to us saying that what you told has not happened, right? I may be wrong, I'm not a god, right? I do the mistake. But as for the technicals, it will tell you anything more than 20,200 is a very good breakout point for Page Industries. Keep a note of it and tell me if this happens. Now, the next part which I can identify here is even your BEML as well. BEML has changed with 2.4%. Now 0.4% is near to the value. This can be also good. I need to select a good quality stocks, guys. Okay, so what for that purpose, what I can do is I can go only with Nifty 50 and apply the filter and see these are the only two stocks which I find as a 200 EMA close, SBI and Bajaj Finserv. Let's try to identify what's happening with Bajaj Finserv. Right? Look at this. A very beautiful consolidation which has been happening around near to 200 here, which is a very good breakout point for Bajaj Finserv. Such kind of stocks you can pick up for your intraday transactions as well. Of course, your targets will be very, very less in these scenarios. Let's suppose if you try to, you know, mold it into 15-minute time frame. This is a stock which you can keep onto radar for your intraday as well. The reason being is that it is trying to revert from the support. and it is trying to, this is a support, that's a double bottom, which we can call it as, and trading near to your 50 EMA on 15 minute as well, which can definitely push the prices to more than 6,600, and above to 6,600 it will definitely reach out to 7,000 positionally as well. So it is on the verge of breakout for positionals, and these are kind of stocks which you can also pick for your intradays, right? So this is just a stock selection I'm talking about. I am not talking about the execution of the trade. Okay, execution of the trade, I will tell you when we will reach out to our public channel. Let's talk about SBI. The last talk, I will tell you the analysis part of it. SBI has already given a very good breakout with respect to, and I had mentioned as well, about to 2005, this will reach out to 220 plus. A simple analysis which we did with respect to, this is a pattern which I can, right? It's an wage formation, which we call it as simple. So there is a lot of consolidation which was seeing at the 200 EME. As soon as it got very good volumes coming in, your stochastic was also in favor. It gave a breakout exactly about 205, and then it's hit. Correct? So you have to do this kind of analysis. Now, if it closes about to 226 and maintains its posture at about to 226, can be a good intraday target as well for SBI. So these kind of stock selections which you can do. So this is only one method of it. I use multiple methods. I cannot discuss all the methods here because of the lack of time, constraint of the time. We will move on to the execution part of it now. Okay, now the setups. You have a time frame of 5 minute or 15 minute which you can use, and EMA of 5 versus 16 while execution. See, while stock selection you use 50 versus 200, okay, and while execution which you can use 50 versus 16, and breaking any day's range can be your entry for your setup. Okay, how? I will explain to you that. For that, we will have to go on to our Telegram channel, and whatever the posts which are being done here, I will try explaining those posts. I had a request from the people that whatever you post, what is the logic behind it, what are the technicals you use. So we are revealing that secrets to you as well, that how we think while posting the stocks. Okay, I will not be able to give all the explanation, but a few of 4 to 5 explanations which I will try to give. Okay, so let's go on to a few of the intraday trades which we had posted in July month. July and August we're gonna keep on radar, okay, because these are the recent months which we have, right? Let's suppose at 9:20 we posted Apollo Hospital about to 1340, right, with the stop loss of 1335, 5 rupees of stop loss, and you have a target which has been 48 and 55. That is total 15 point of target. That is 1:3 risk reward ratio, right? So let's see what we thought when we posted this at 9:20. So here it is. I have my Apollo Hospital open, and this is your July 2nd. Okay, I have my setup in front of me, which is 5 versus 16, right? And this is my 15-minute time frame, right? So as soon as you can see, this is a candle which is of 9:15 candle, right? I posted it around 9:20. Okay, 9:20. I expected if it closes above to 1340. Okay, I will dissect it into 5 minutes as well, and we'll try to check out how this has helped us to identify. So you have a 5 minute chart in front of you now. So what we thought of at that time on 2nd of July when we posted, the logic you need to understand. Forget about the targets, forget about Apollo Hospital, anything else. You just forget about, just focus on to the logic. What was that? You have this 915, this is your 920, right? So you have high of your first candle is 1340, right? Very simple. So what we did is we draw the trend line here, and we see anything which is above to 1340 will be an entry for Apollo Hospital. Keep in mind, guys, we had a cross section of 5 versus 16 as well. This is not just a 5 minute open range breakout strategy. It has a lot of behind it. You need to think of the day end analysis as well, what has happened in the past, right? So last 5 minute on 1st of July, with the rising volume, it was increasing. So it's closed on to a higher note, somewhere around 1324. It gapped up and then it maintained its posture at somewhere around 1340 zone, right? And that's how we decided that yes, 1340 can be a very good entry for the targets. And exactly the targets were achieved here just into 20 minutes. 20 minutes, Apollo Hospital, 15 points done, right? So 15 points somewhere around in lot sizes come somewhere around your 5 to 6,000 rupees. Like likewise, you have to think while tracking the trades. That's the first section for you. Let's go on to the next one. The next one which we have is, I will try to show you a multiple of the examples which we have. So for example, we have a PEL, Piramal Enterprises, right? Above to 1407 with a stop loss of 1400. On that day, you identify the PEL is standing somewhere around 200 and then try to understand why we selected the PEL. That's the first part. 1407 above is our entry. Now let's try to identify Piramal Enterprises here itself. You also have 5 versus 16, right? So the stock was posted somewhere around 923. The reason being is that you have this particular candle which is been a red candle. However, it is standing on to 200 EMA. Apart from that, the 15 versus 16 crossover has happened. Okay, those reasons are still there with us, right? And based on to that, we saw anything above to 1407 will push for the high targets. Looking at this red candle, people will take their entry below, which is absolutely wrong, right? You need to understand why the entry will be on buying side. The reason being is that the stock selection, it is standing on to your 250 EMA standpoint, and you will have to consider this is for the bullish purpose, right? Very simple. Now, any point of time when it crosses your 1407, our entry triggered at around 10 o'clock, and then it went on going to 1431, 1432 as well, which is our targets which are been hit. Right? Our target was 1415, 1423, very easy. 15 points of target and 5 point of your stop loss, you're done, right? So idea here is this: you have open range breakout along with that 516, along with that stock selection. In open range breakout without stock selection, people will end up losing money here. People will try selling it below. However, we had a conviction onto the entry and we did that, and our two targets are already hit. Right? So try to understand that simple technical knowledge and try to practice it. I understand it might be very difficult for you at the moment to go on and practice, but you do not have any other way. You will have to find your own way to do this practice and see if these things are applicable to you as well. Another trade on the same day we had is Bajaj Finance, right? Future about 2978, stop loss is 2968. Let's try to identify the Bajaj Finance as well. Okay, anyways, I do not have a chart at the moment. We'll take something else. We have Asian Paints as well. Because of the time constraint, I will not go into each and every trade, but will give you a certain standard trades which we identified, okay, and how we have achieved those. So these are positional. As you can see, Alembic 3.5% up, Cummins hits our first target, lot size is 1200, right? So these are our positional trades which are there. I will have another session on positional trades, okay? That will not be the point of discussion at the moment. We will have the sessions probably next week on the setups for positionals and the risk management for positionals as well. We will have the session next week. Let's go another example of Asian Paints will I'd like to share with you. The reason being is that it is a standard technical trade which can give you the confidence that how things can happen with technique. Simple. This is your July 8th, okay? And we sold Asian Paints below 1750, 921. Okay, the reason being is that Asian Paint was trading below to 200 at the point here itself, right? And 5 versus 16 was a very good resistance for your Asian Paints. Look at this. This is the point where there was a very good doji was created. We posted somewhere around 921. Okay, so here after this itself we posted and we said that below to 1750 it will be a sell for us. Okay, the reason being is that it's a spinning top. Along with that, it has broken our this day's low. Okay, and after that we entered with the targets of 1743, 1736, only approximately 14 to 15 point target. Do not have the unexpected targets, though the stock has moved probably more 50 points, but we are happy with our 15 points and we are done. Very simple. Just try applying the knowledge. You also have the trend lines breakout here as well. Look at this. You have a trend line breakout which tells you that you have an entry here somewhere around 1746, 1750. That can be an excellent trade for you. Try to understand the charts as well. Try to understand the chart patterns which tells you that there is a breakdown available for you. This is the journey which you can earn, right? This is the money which you can earn while selling Asian Paints here, right? Exactly at 921. Let's try giving you another example. We'll try to give you. We keep on posting a lot of good informative posts as well for you onto the Urja Wealth public channel. So we have the next stock for Bajaj Finance, which I will show you here. This is 9th of July, Bajaj Finance future above to 3257, right? So if you identify Bajaj Finance, what happened here? We posted somewhere around 1010, okay, by Bajaj Finance above to 3257. 15-minute time frame, you also have your 5 versus 16. I told you guys, you will have to toggle around with 5-minute and 15-minute, okay, and whichever gives you the best result, you enter. Now, what are the basic things which I can tell you in this case is the chart patterns as well. Look at this. This is your range breakout. This is your falling channels, okay, and the stock exactly. What is our entry? Our entry is 3257. This is the entry, and this is your area of confluence for you. वो आपको चिल्ला चिल्ला के बता रहा है कि this is the point where you should be taking the entry. आपका ट्रेंड लाइन ब्रेकआउट है, आपका 5 वर्सेस 16 का क्रॉस ओवर है, राइट, एंड द डेज हाई एज वेल. लाइक 3 चीजें हैं आपको बता रही हैं कि यू शुड टेक द एंट्री. Practice this with all your selected stock. You will find the best results out of it. So 357 is your entry, and your targets were very simple: 67 and 77, right? 20 points target in Bajaj Finance. You enter here and all your targets are achieved just within 15 minutes. Bajaj Finance 250 का lot size है, आपको 5000 का profit within the minutes. We posted somewhere around here and all your targets are hit. Correct? Within 2 minutes, first target. Within next 1 minute, second target. 3 minutes, your job is done. That's what the practice, or that what the trust strategies you will have to apply into the market. And Bajaj Finance, we bring stock specific strategies which we generally use into the Bajaj Finance as well. So 3-minute trade and 5000 profit. That's it. The power of stock specific strategies which we do. Right? The last example I will show you it with, a kind of positional intraday cash play as well. We have a very good hands-on onto the positional cash intraday strategies as well. You see, this is our positional cash. Narayan Rudralay hits our first position target 290 from 275, right? Why I'm investing my time onto this public channel? Because public want to know whatever the thought process we do while posting, they should also understand it, right? And that's what is the secrets which we are revealing here. I am not endorsing my channel. I'm not saying that you should come to me. I'm saying that you should learn it, right? That's the approach. If you keep it, you will definitely have a very good understanding of it. Let's go to July 14th, which we have. I'm sorry, I missed it. Sequence Scientific, right? Sequence Scientific, we posted before the proceedings of July 14th, 8:59, before the market starts. And we mentioned that Sequence Scientifics buy at 103, 105, add until the dips to 92, 95 as well. So even we tell you, even if you take entry at 103, if it goes down, you can add it as well. That's the confidence which we have on our cash positionals as well. And the target was 125, 140, 116. So try to understand what was the logic behind this trade. Sequence Scientific, 14th of July. Here it is. The trade, why I decided this, it was on a day end analysis. It was telling me it is standing above to your 50 and 200 EME. That's the first thing. Secondly, it has broken the range of this, right? So this is a kind of multi-year breakout for Sequence Scientific. Also, it is forming a very good ascending triangle breakout, right? So if you see on 13th of July, it has given the breakout with good volumes. With the price action part, we entered here saying that on 14th of July, we're gonna buy Sequence Scientific. Remember guys, day low was 98 as well. So our students, our followers added till 98 as well. That's what we said. You can add until 92, 95. 98 was a low on that day. What happened after that is your history. Cash positional from 103 to your 147. Approximately 45% returns just from July 13 to 7th of August, which is hardly 20 days. In 20 days, 45% return in one stock. Simple. If you hold it patiently, you will definitely get such kind of rewards. That's what is the basic logic which you apply with respect to the cash positionals. I told you the stock selection, I told you the entry point as well, I told you the logic behind it. So what do you want? Now the only thing you need to do is train yourself logically, think, practice, and then jump into the trades. Right? So these are the things which we have. Apart from that, I will also show you a very quick video which I have for Reliance, which I want you guys to see how we identified that one. So here it is. This is the video of my batch, 9, where we had a discuss about Reliance. Okay, so I will just quickly play it for you and try to understand what kind of analysis which we did identifying Reliance at 1400 level. You might have seen that into the public channel as well. Have a look of it. Okay. What kind of structure which we see here is, I think we discussed this on the day itself when we were discussing about the inverted shoulder. Yes. So breakout above to 6, so lifetime high, like 620 above with each substance, it will definitely give at least 700 or 600 points of movement easily. Keep a track, and then the momentum is also getting in that alignment only. Every week, people are coming here and they are standing in queue to buy Geo platform. The investors, I'm trying to say. So you may see 600 points on the chart very soon. Post the right issue is over. Look, this is beautiful profile handle, guys. This can also be considered as your head and shoulder. Okay, but we'll focus on to the another video which I have is the same for Reliance. After doing the analysis, what logics which we discussed, we will discuss. Taking a lot of time. Okay. Are you able to identify the inverted head and shoulder here? This is agree? Now, based on this only, we had predicted that Reliance will have and very good up move post this process, this particular 1620, which is a lifetime high for Reliance. After that, it has actually started moving up. Now, what can be your entry and what can be your stop loss? So basically, your entry would be the penetration point here. This is your entry, right? Your entry ideally here would be above your 6 or 600 above, right? Now, what would be your stop loss is? Your stop loss would be on a positional basis for short-term investment. Your stop loss would be somewhere around 1400. So 200 rupees of stop loss, and you are going for the target of 600 to 800, right? Now, how you decided the target? Same like the calculations which we did yesterday. You have the low from 1500 to 1900, approximately 600 points of target here. Right? So if you have a 600 points of target here, that means you expect from 1600 to 2200 for your target for Reliance, positionally on a short term basis. Right? Now, this was great. So that's it, guys. So this is just a small glimpses from the training batch which we conducted last 2 months, and how we discussed about the technicals and what can be a predictions for this particular kind of a technical analysis. So this is what I just wanted to show you, because technicals works. I just wanted to, keep the people, gain that particular trust that technical analysis works. So this is an excellent example. You can see the video was into June, okay, and for June batch we discuss about this, and you see that what has happened to Reliance exactly 2200 it hits, and now it is considering around 2000 and 2100 level, which we identified already in June 2020. So that's the part which I have for you. We do have the premium channels, Urja options, Urja intraday, Urja positional, all these premium channels exclusively for the students. And if you see the transparency which maintain into our public channel, you understand what kind of level of quality which you will get into the premium channels as well. That's the idea. I mean, I just need to bring in confidence in you that yes, this is achievable and you can learn it and you can do it and you can trade it. That's my motto. First you learn it, then you promote it, right? And then you trade it. Very simple, right? So that's the idea of having these particular channels which we have. That's options, cash futures, investments. So only 20% of this are been posted into the public. 80% which we reserve for our students who are taking the hard work, and they are actually going into these kind of scenarios. So this is for what I wanted to share for you guys. Now the question and answers are open for you, and you can ask me the questions if you have anything. Okay, so over to you, and you can ask me the questions now, and I can request the coordinator team as well to unmute you based on to your request. If you have any questions, I will go back to. Okay, so I have a questions now. Which is 50 EMA and 200 EMA line color wise. So Sanjay, you can decide that one. Okay, when you decide what can be 50 EMA, what can be 200 EMA. For example, if you see here in this case, you only have that the color combinations you can decide. That's up to you. Okay, for me, I use generally green and red. Red being 50 EMA and green mean 200 EMA, which I generally use. Okay, that's my way of doing it. Yes, Ramakrishna, I tried covering communication in English only, but because there are a couple of people who are actually been apart from the north side, where English communication might not be that fluent. Okay, if you have any questions, please start asking the questions. I will start from. Yes, so there is a question which has been asked by an undefined guy who says that stochastic RSI and MSCDs, any thought on them? Yes. So stochastic RSIs and MSCDs, these are the lagging indicators which specifically, give you just a confirmation, which are not contributing towards your actual trading or actual entry. Your actual entry is defined onto your confluences. Okay, right? You have an actual part when you go on, and then you see that your trading is basically related to your candlesticks, your trend lines, your volumes, your price actions, and then very little from your RSI and MACDs like of indicators. I use very little indicators. Okay, so that's it for you. So Sanjay, yes, we can enable your audio as well. Team, I will request if you can enable Sanjay's audio. He would like to ask the questions. We have another question coming from Rajkumar, how we can calculate the volume and price variations in live trade. Yes, you can calculate the volume and price variations in live trade. There are multiple indicators available with that. I generally use a Dartox. Dartox is the Upstox very good platform where I understand all kinds of volumes which are being generated. Okay, I get a lot of notifications as well with respect to the price variations and volumes, and basically it's all about the price volume action, right? So I explained to you in a very short example. For example, as you can see here, let's go to Sequent Scientific. Okay, let's try understanding the price volume action here. Look at this. As per the Wyckoff law says that if your prices are increasing, your volume should also be increased. Look at this. Here, this is just a consolidation, and the volumes are very flat, right? As soon as the prices started moving in, volume started increasing. As soon as volume started declining, your prices also started declining. So this is the confluence which you will have to identify in your trades, right? Let's look at this. Prices are increasing, but the volume is decreasing. This is a conflict, and that's the reason the stock again tumbled from your 82 level to back to your 70 level, because volume were not supporting. In this case, volumes are supporting to the stock to go to the next highs. However, now volumes are declining. As you see from last 3 days, volumes are declining. That means it is consolidating here as well. So it may come back to somewhere around 125, 130, which can be a very good entry for Sequent Scientific. That's the a quick price action knowledge for you, Sanjay. You discussed about the stock during the intraday. Any thoughts on futures, Jatin Arora? Yes, Jatin. I think for futures there is altogether a different ball game. There are lot of different aspects of the indicators, informations, data which you will have to use. And I believe we will conduct another session on to your future tradings as well. So at the time we will definitely be discuss that one. Okay, Jatin. We'll try to understand the questions. Okay, I have a question from Anand. If stock selection, whether it should cross 200 EMA, or there should be a crossing over 50 EMA, or with 200 EMA. So Anand, I said you will have to identify the stocks which are standing near to 200. Okay, standing in the sense it might stand up or it might stand down. Okay, near to percentage of 1 or 2% of vicinity. If you find any particular stocks which are been there, you can identify it as your stock selections. Okay. Okay, if you have any questions. Okay, I have a question coming from the line of Sanjeevan, can you please conduct a webinar on index option intraday, Nifty and Bank Nifty? Surely, definitely, Sanjeevan. We will definitely take your suggestion and we will try to conduct a webinar into the subsequent days for Nifty and Bank Nifty as well. What is the risk reward ratio you suggest for intraday? 1:2 or 1:3? 1:2 is sufficient, Jatin. Okay. The reason being is that you should not be sticking to so much of the unexpected returns on intraday basis. Intraday is a very quick consider. Intraday is a very quick point where you should identify 1:2 risk reward ratio is, which is very, very good. Can we consider crossing over of EMA with VWAP? Absolutely, Anand. You can definitely consider VWAP, volume weighted average price, is very, very good indicator which we generally use into our Bank Nifty tradings as well. Okay, so because of the constraint of time, I couldn't show you about the VWAPs and all. I had identified VWAP as well with respect to Bank Nifty here, as you can see, but I couldn't show that, I couldn't explain that, but I will definitely do that in next subsequent webinars which we conduct in the future. Yes, target of 1 to 2% is absolutely correct. 1:1 or 1:2 is your ratio, and 1% or 2% of target of your capital is sufficient for your intraday. On a safer side, if you are a risky player, you can trail your gains, and that's how you can be the part of your trading. You guys can suggest me any one particular stock, and then what I can do is I can quickly give you the analysis of it, right? Before we wrap up, we still have 10 minutes. Okay, if you do not have any questions, you can tell me or any XYZ quality stocks and you want me to do an analysis, I will do it for you, and you will understand how I think, what I think when I am doing an analysis. Okay, so that commentary will be there. If you wish to, you can just suggest me a stock into your Q&A chat box. Okay, so if you can suggest me a stock, I will do that for you, or else I will go into the recent postings which we have done with respect to intradays and positionals as well. So we'll try to do that analysis for you. Let's try doing that one for you. So PVR, we had yesterday only we had a PVR entry. Okay, so PVR is So that's what we are updating. PVR is firing up. The reason being was very, very simple. The understanding of the technicals, the selection of the stock, and then the entry. Okay. You will be wondering, guys, this is the stock which has been posted by one of our student, right? So our students are also capable of identifying such kind of stocks and posting those as well, right? So idea here is that the students are being independent just into 2 to 3 months. Okay, we'll try to have another quick positional stock which we might want to discuss here as well. So this is the career point which we identified somewhere around 158, right? Positional cash 158. That was a stock which we identified on somewhere around 27th of August. What happened to career point? We will just try to check out. 27th of August, we identified somewhere around here, right? This is the move which we captured. '27th. Let me check out. 27th of August, I'm sorry. Here it is, right? So if I open up my 200, this is the positional, early time frame which we identified. A very quick triangle, ascending triangle breakout, which was given by career point on this date, and that's how we entered. Here results. So the breakout was given somewhere around here. So we entered. We're saying that about 158, right? So that means on the date of 27th of July, we entered here and we earned approximately till 170, which is our first target, which has been there. So still it has been again coming back to the consolidation zone, and it will again take the entry, or it will again take the reverse approximately from 150 zone. So you can track this career point and you will understand how the trades are being taken here. So these are our performance. As you can see, Bajaj Electricals, Tata Motors, Hikal, Crisil, Z, all these things you can identify into your public channel as well. Okay, that's the understanding for you. So I will just quickly give you the last stock which we have is Crisil. Crisil, 21st of August, we identified as an cash positional about to 1800, right? I will tell you the reason behind it. It was posted on to 21st of August, somewhere around here. So this is the 20th of August. It has given the breakout of the pole and flag. The pole and flag breakout was absolutely visible here with respect to Crisil, and we were expecting the targets of approximately 200 to 300 points with Crisil. And look at this, it has already started moving up and has given 1900. 1900 is something which is my second target, and the third target is yet to be achieved. The trade is still going on. Okay, so this is how we do an analysis for certain stocks. If you have any questions, let me check out. Someone has given McDowell's. We'll try to understand the McDowell's here now. McDowell's is nothing but United Spirit. So look at this. So McDowell's is now standing towards your 200 EMA from here, which it can definitely have a very good up move. At least 600 are on the card. The reason being is that it has formed the double bottom pattern, right? So the double bottom, which can give you a very good result, right? So at least we are considering at the moment somewhere around 600 as a minimum target, which can be achieved here. Once 600 is crossed with a very good volume, then you will have 16, then 625 and 650 or 640 coming on card. Keep a note of it, people who are asking this question, and do let me know if your stock behaves like this or not. Whether to hold Bombay Dying still. So next question is Bombay Dying. Yes, you can still hold the Bombay Dying until 70. Below 70 will be little difficult, or you can still hold it till 67 as well. 67 is the last resort for you. And I will tell you now what is happening with Bombay Dying as well. The way we identified, you know, Reliance, the same way I wish to identify this stock. This stock will definitely come somewhere around 70 zone, and from here it will take the U-turn, and it will definitely give you an inverted head and shoulder breakout somewhere around 78 above for the targets of 95, right? So the person who has asked this question, keep a track, and please do let me know if the stock is behaving like this. The stock is at the moment somewhere around here, okay? So we still expect the stock to come close to 68 or something, and from here take an U-turn and again form the inverted head and shoulders. This is the projection of the stocks which you do based on to your technical analysis. This is a projection which you are doing, right? You see such kind of movement. This is an proven head and shoulder, inverted head and shoulder, and you have the confluences of 50 and 200 EMA as well, which will definitely help you to identify Bombay Dying. Anything which closes above to 78 will fire like anything, will go to 85 first target, second is your 90, and then 95, okay, with a stop loss of below 67. That's the trade for you. Why ZIL share will go high and will go down? I can't predict it. I bought at 215. Shall I be holding? So, Mr. Ramakrishnan, you will basically will have to identify the technicals of it. Okay, why the stock goes up and why the stock goes down? You will have to do that. This is the last question I'm taking, stock specific question. Okay, ZIL. I will explain, Mr. Ramakrishnan, as well, that why ZIL will go high or why ZIL will go down. Very simple. We identified ZIL somewhere around here as well, 150. The reason being is that it was forming the W pattern. The W pattern is nothing but your double bottom, right? So this is a double bottom pattern. You will have to learn for it what is double bottom pattern. Okay, so double bottom pattern at any one particular zone, the stock has been reverted twice, at here as well, approximately around 130 and 140 zone. So 140 zone was a very good support, and now stock is trading above to your 200 EMA, which is very, very positive, right? So if the stock is trading above to 200 EMA, which is very positive, that's the reason the stock will have the first target somewhere around, I'm sorry, 240, and then the next targets you will have 270 and 300. That is positional, Mr. Ramakrishnan. This is not intraday. This is positional view for 1 to 2 months or 1 quarter onwards. Okay, you will have to be patient enough to get such kind of actions into ZIL. ZIL may correct again, come back somewhere around 180 zone, or this is the 180 zone, which can be a pullback, which you can see. But if it sustains about 200, it will definitely try reaching to the targets of 140. Sorry, 240. So that's it, guys. So this is from my side. It is already 12:30 now, And if you have any questions, let me check out finally. No, we do not have any questions. So that's it. That's it from my side. If you wish to connect with me personally, I have my WhatsApp number pinged onto the Q&A chat box. You can text me, you can ask me the questions, you can understand how we think about the technical analysis, and wish you all the best for your trading and investment and your career into the stock market. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day ahead. Thanks for your patience and thanks for your learning. Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you. Thanks, Sanjay. Thanks a lot.